I was talking to my daughter, my oldest daughter, and she was telling me some things that she's encountering in her life, in adult spaces, on the job, and all this. And it's so funny because you tend to think that the older that you get, the more people will mature and begin to really behave in ways like an adult. But what I found and what she's experiencing is that sometimes adults are just big kids, just big kids. And what happens is when a chosen person enters into an adult space and a kid spirit is also in that space, it's almost like the adult show up spiritually in the room and the kid knows that they can no longer get away with what they've been getting away with. It's so funny too, because for some of you enter into rooms and then you can feel all this tension. You get all these stares and people begin to just size you up and come up with their own narrative when it comes to you and what you represent. And basically the spirit of the Lord that lives with you, that rests with you, that navigates you, it's like it steps into a room, and spirits that are not aligned with the spirit of God, they know that time is up. They know the time is up and the time has shifted. Because what I see is that it is a lot of children trapped in adult bodies. A lot of children are trapped in adult bodies. See, people never want to take the time to really sit down and deal with the pain. People don't want to take the time to really sit down and educate themselves about the trauma that they endure in some area, in some space and time in their lives. People never really want to sit down and really deal with dark things. So they began to cover up, just like Adam and Eve did with the leaves. Symbolically, they began to cover up with different types of things in their lives. And then you see a person whose body continues to age like an adult should or would, but mentally and spiritually is still a child that never really had an opportunity to heal. And so that's where we get the saying, hurt people, because they would rather run from the pain than deal with the real reality. They would rather run from the pain to really understand their attachment styles. Am I an anxious attachment? Am I an avoidant attachment? Am I secure? They never take the time to really heal the inner child, to say, am I a narcissist? Why do I just destroy people? Because I want you to know that grown folks, children in grown folks' body, that spirit gets a rise off of hurting people. It marvels, it gets excited, it gets a high off of torturing people. And when all the dust settles and you sit down and you think about that, you understand that that person is basically a vessel that Satan is using. He's literally trapped their spiritual development at a 5, 6, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old. He's trapped their mind there. It's almost like that spirit, that soul is hostage. And it's something much darker and bigger that's governing that person. So although you're looking at somebody and you're thinking they're in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, and their 70s, really that's what their body looks like. But from a spiritual sense, they are literally stuck in a child state of consciousness. Stuck at destroying people's homes, destroying people's credit, destroying people's property, stuck at destroying the heart of people, stuck at just not being able to live up to full responsibility in their lives, stuck at always needing somebody to come in and rescue them out of a hell that they created for themselves, simply because they cannot allow God to do what he is designed to do, which is heal. So what they do is they go into other people's experience services, and they want to pull you down to a childlike mentality. And when you operate as an adult, it scares the hell out of them. They don't know how to respond or react to an adult because they've been so used to getting away with acting like a child in an adult body. They've been so used going through here making babies, acting like a child, and they can't show up as a mother or a father. They've been so used acting like children, not being able to stand within the confines of a boundary that you enforce. They've been so used to hurting people that when they finally get a hold of somebody who said, it ain't gonna work here, I'm gonna hold you 100% accountable. I bind you and rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. You may have been able to get away with it over here, but you got the right one today. And although I love God and although I'm faithful, I ain't no pushover. So now they're stepping into a space with an authoritative adult fully in the will of God that's able to stand in power, and now they're mad. Now they gossip and they whisper, and everything they do, it falls flat. Because they understand what's governing you made them. What rules you controls everything in this atmosphere. And it's sad to say that some of you are in a place today where you are dealing with an adult body and a childlike spirit and mentality. Stay strong because you know who you are, and God will get the glory. He will still get the glory out of your life. And until the next video, guys, peace, because I still be believing in you. Have a good day.